Karma. For most people, the world feels heavy, almost like an invisible weight carried from the past. Something created by every action, every mistake, every decision. Many believe karma is like a cosmic record book. Once written, it cannot be changed. But yogic tradition says something very different. It says karma is not a punishment, it is not fate. Karma is simply memory in motion. And if that memory can be created, it can also be transformed. Some yogic teachings even suggest something astonishing, that a single conscious breath can begin shifting how karma operates within you. But how could something so simple influence something so vast? Stay with me till the end, because the answer reveals a powerful secret hidden in the way breath, awareness, and karma are deeply connected. In yogic tradition, karma does not mean reward or punishment. Karma simply means action. Every thought is action. Every emotion is action. Every physical movement is action. And every action leaves behind a subtle impression within your system. These impressions accumulate like layers of memory. Over time, they form patterns. Patterns of thinking, patterns of emotion, patterns of behavior. Eventually, these patterns become what we call personality. So, karma is not something happening outside you. It is the stored memory of past actions shaping how you experience the present. Imagine your mind like a complex operating system. Inside it are thousands of small programs. Programs that determine how you react, how you respond to stress, how you interpret situations, why certain words trigger anger, why certain memories trigger fear. Most of these reactions happen automatically without conscious choice. This is why sometimes people say, I didn't mean to react like that. Because the reaction didn't come from awareness, it came from karmic memory repeating itself, like a program running in the background. Now, here is where yogic science becomes fascinating. Breath is not just a survival mechanism, it is a bridge between the body, the mind, and the energy system. Notice something simple. When you are anxious, your breath becomes fast and shallow. When you are calm, your breath becomes slow and steady. Your emotions change your breathing automatically. But yogic tradition discovered something powerful. If emotions can influence breath, then breath can influence emotions and mental patterns. This makes breathing one of the few processes where conscious control can influence unconscious behavior. And because karmic reactions live in unconscious patterns, breath becomes a powerful doorway. In Mystic Musings, Sadhguru explains something very subtle about karma. He says karma is not chains that bind you, it is simply impressions that push you in certain directions. When you are unaware, these impressions drive your reactions automatically. But the moment awareness enters, the machinery slows down. Instead of reacting blindly, you begin seeing the reaction forming inside you. That moment of seeing creates distance. And in that distance, something extraordinary appears. Choice. Instead of acting from the past, you begin acting from awareness. And the simplest way to create that moment of awareness is through a conscious breath. Imagine someone insults you. Normally, the reaction is immediate. Anger rises. Words follow. The pattern repeats. But suppose something different happens. Before reacting, you take one slow, conscious breath. Just one. That single breath interrupts the automatic reaction. It creates a tiny pause. And inside that pause, awareness appears. instead of reacting unconsciously. You now have the possibility to respond consciously. In yogic understanding, that small interruption weakens the karmic cycle. Karma strengthens when patterns repeat. If anger always leads to anger, the karmic groove becomes deeper. But when awareness interrupts the pattern, something begins to change. The old reaction loses its momentum. Next time the same situation appears, the reaction may be weaker. Over time, repeated moments of awareness begin rewriting your inner patterns. This is why yogic practices focus so deeply on breath and attention. Not because breath itself erases karma, but because breath creates the space where karma loses control. In mystic musings, Sadhguru often says something profound. Karma means the residual impact of past actions. But he also emphasizes that karma only controls you when you are unconscious of it, when awareness becomes strong. Past tendencies lose their authority. They may still exist as memory, but they no longer dictate your actions. This is the real meaning of inner freedom in yogic tradition. Not escaping karma, but no longer being ruled by it. So, can karma change in a single breath? Not entirely, but that breath can do something incredibly important. It can interrupt the endless chain of unconscious reaction. And once that chain is interrupted, you begin stepping out of the past. Every conscious breath becomes a reminder. You are not just the sum of your past actions. You are also the awareness observing them. And awareness has the power to reshape the future. So, the next time life triggers a reaction, before speaking, before responding, just take one slow breath. Feel the air entering your body, feel it leaving, and notice the silent space that appears in between. Because sometimes the journey of transforming karma doesn't begin with a dramatic change. It begins with something much simpler: one conscious breath. If this perspective on karma made you reflect differently, share this video with someone exploring inner growth. And for more insights into yogic wisdom, consciousness, and the deeper mysteries of life, like this video and subscribe.